give up, never stop. Every chicken, pig, lamb, and cow, every animal needs us now. That's why we never give up. Bella vegan dog, I really love you. I'll never eat your friends or anyone who goes poo. Bella vegan dog, I really love you. Yes, I really, really do. Cat milk is for baby cats. Dog milk is for baby dogs. Human milk is for baby humans. Cow's milk is for Gordon Ramsay. What the fuck? How old is he?
Hello students and anybody else who's interested. Today I'm going to tell you about the two men that I met today and my thoughts about those two men. So today I was at my cafe, my local cafe. I was drinking a cup of coffee and sitting with a friend, and it was time for my friend to leave, but I wasn't finished yet. I had a few things to do, so I was staying there with the newspaper. And because the place started to get a little bit more filled up, a gentleman walked in and he asked if he could sit with me. And I said, sure, no problem. So I sort of made a little bit of more space for him. And he was elderly. I don't know how old, maybe 80, something like that. Or late 70s, and he had darkish skin, and he said that he was from India at one point in the conversation. And he asked me what I was doing with my phone because I was in the middle of editing a TikTok video, and I explained that I was an animal rights activist, and he started to tell me immediately about his son who was vegan. And at some point, the waitress came and put a sandwich in front of us, which was a chicken sandwich. So, as many of you might know, that is not something that I like to have shoved into my face. I see a chicken sandwich with bits of body parts and I immediately get flashes of the hundreds, if not thousands of hours of animal suffering that I've seen, and this is not something that I really had planned for. However, he seemed like such a nice old man, and I tried really hard to just not look at it and just engage with him. But what happens often in these situations when somebody finds out that I am an animal rights activist, and I'm sure all of you vegans out there can relate to that, they start to tell you about their friend who's vegan, or their family member who's vegan, or the farm that they've been to, and all of this stuff, and basically don't talk about the fact that you don't want the suffering to happen and that they are part of the problem. So he started saying how his son is vegan, and I said, oh, you must be really proud of him, and why don't you follow in his footsteps? And he goes, oh yeah, maybe I should. And then he said, well, I'm trying, and I'm like pointing at them like, you're not really trying. And I said, you know, you could become vegan. It takes some planning, of course. You don't buy anything here that is has animal products in it, and you got to eat ahead of time, or you got to ask them repeatedly at this restaurant to provide these vegan options. And just to say that it was an experience that was like, all right, but I ended up leaving very quickly because I don't like to have animals just lying there in my face and have somebody in front of me who is not really owning up to his responsibility. So I went outside and I was getting on my bike, and I was filming something, so holding the camera up like this and filming myself talking for a TikTok video. And a man, when I finished, said, oh, you sound like you're doing something interesting. And I was surprised that he could hear me because it was a fair distance away. He says, come over here, I'm curious, come and sit with me, talk to me. And I was like, okay. You know, I said, I have to go. Actually, I'm supposed to meet somebody, but I can take a minute. And so I walked over and I said, I just have to finish editing this video because I had to put the tags on to send it up to TikTok. And he started to ask me about veganism because I guess he figured out what I was talking about. And he proceeded immediately to do exactly what everyone else does. Started telling me all about the farm that he worked at and visited. And it's so frustrating because we don't want, as animal rights activists, to be rude to people who want to talk to us. On the other hand, we are just so fed up of the same excuses over and over. And every single time somebody comes up to me, I try to think, okay, this is a new slate. I shouldn't be prejudicial, regardless of the thousands of other people I've met, maybe this person is going to be different. And every time it's the same thing. It's always some sort of excuses, some sort of saying, well, you should advocate this way, or maybe you should try this. And, oh, I saw this and this. And it's just like, look, basically, I'm really not interested in all of your excuses. And I don't come right out and say that because I don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's pretty frustrating to live in this world with dystopia, which is the anguish of living vegan in a non-vegan world, and have all of these people constantly making excuses. So if you're watching this and an animal rights activist is in your sphere, in your presence, and you know that they are an animal rights activist and not just like somebody who likes to eat plants, my advice to you is to talk about the ways that you are trying to be vegan. Encourage that animal rights activist. Make them smile. Like, don't talk about your brother's uncle or things you did in the past or whatever. Just say, hey, this is great, and you know what I'm going to try to do this week is this week I'm going to not eat meat, and next week I'm going to not eat cheese, and so on. Like, give that animal rights activist a reason to smile and not leave the conversation as frustrated as always. So that is my advice to anybody who meets me. Another thing I just want to add is if you do meet me in public and you see me with a camera in my hand, please don't approach me, because I'm working. I'm actually concentrating, trying to set up shots, and I'm thinking about what to say. And even a video like this, if you can notice, I haven't spliced it, I haven't edited it, and so I'm really concentrating. So if you come up in the middle of me filming like this, you completely disrupt the flow, and it's like your whatever it is that you want to say to me is not more important than my work. So thank you for trying to understand that. So thank you very much. I just had to press the screen there because my battery's running out. Thanks for listening. If you like this kind of video, if you're interested in following my life or listening to my adventures or learning a bit more about veganism, press the subscribe button and the notification bell and help me get the animals out of hell. Thanks for being here. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. If you're interested, click on them. I'm going to move out of the way while you look at them. And have a look. There are over 1,600, maybe 1,700 by now. I don't know. And let me know what you think. Write something in the comments. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and